Okay, so I'm trying for making only 2 or 3 more videos on this, so I will probably be going through the questions a little fast. I hope you're cool with that. Next one. What do you think is the biggest example of widespread accepted irrationality in our society apart from religion? Well, if you can jumble all religions into one, I'll take the liberty of jumping all conspiracy theories into one and answer conspiracy theories. Next one. You once said you were into Warhammer. Are there any other sci-fi fantasy games you play? Yeah, I'm a role player, not a live action role player. I don't run around in the woods. But I sit around a table with some other guys and role play a character basically. And I also play Battlefleet Gothic, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, mostly Games Workshop games basically. But any sci-fi fantasy board game is cool with me. I mean, bring it. Yeah, next one. When and how did the truth finally come to you? You said that you used to be a Christian, but you never went into detail. Yeah, I think I've pretty much covered that. Next one. What's your favorite food and drink? Well, my favorite drink is obviously Coca-Cola, or it used to be Coca-Cola. These days it's Coca-Cola Zero. So yeah, food. I'd have to go with either some form of pasta with some decent meat on the side, or a good red steak. And when I say red, I mean red steak. One of those 2 things. Next one. Have you watched the movie Zeitgeist, and what are your thoughts on it? I mean the religious part of the movie. No, I have not watched it. I have looked at the sources for that particular movie and have decided not to waste time and brain matter on it, frankly. It's ill-researched and subpar. And I cannot imagine that they would have anything to say that I, point 1, didn't already know, and point 2 would be interested to know. And frankly, no, I haven't watched it. I'm not going to watch it. I won't watch it. And whoever made that movie should be taken out and shot. Next question. If you were banished from your country for some unfathomable reason, from which country would you seek asylum, assuming that this would be a permanent relocation? I would probably go for another Scandinavian country if that was possible. Mostly because, yeah, the difference is not so huge that I wouldn't be able to accommodate myself very easily. Another alternative is the UK. It would have to be somewhere where I already speak the language, because I'm too bloody lazy to learn a 3rd language these days. So that basically limits it quite a bit. Australia would be cool, but their year is the wrong way around. So I'm not sure I could learn to live with that. Anyway, so yeah, another Scandinavian country would be ideal. Next one. What's your favorite quote? My favorite quote is Robert Ingersoll. Currently, because that changes on occasion, but currently, Robert Ingersoll, who said, "Our ignorance is God. What we know is science." I'll run with that, definitely. Next one. What are your thoughts on agnosticism and agnostics, and why do you hold that opinion? Well, I've already covered that in several videos. But basically, I think agnosticism comes in many forms. I should point that out. There's theistic agnosticism all the way over to atheistic agnosticism and everything in between. But true 100% agnosticism, going, I don't know, there's no way of knowing. Well, in relation to a deist god, that makes sense. That is the only position that makes sense, because we cannot bloody well know. In relation to a theistic god, any of the gods of any religion on Earth, I don't think that logical position makes a whole lot of sense. Because those gods are just so obviously not there, and those religions are so obviously man-made, that I don't think agnosticism as a position makes sense in relation to those. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Next one. What is the single most laughably stupid thing a fundamentalist and or creationist has ever told you? I think the single most laughably stupid thing I've ever heard is the idea that atheists believe that something came from nothing. Because obviously it's just so stupid on so many levels. It means, point one, it means they have no idea what they're talking about. They've just heard Kent Hovind or some similar idiot creationist talk about this, and haven't actually done any research on what the Big Bang means or is or was or whatever you want, however you want to put it. And well, it's laughably stupid in every possible sense of the word. There's just no nice way to put that. Yeah, next one. How many bananas can you fit into your vagina? Well, assuming I had one, probably one or two. But I don't have a vagina, so that question's pretty much fail. Next one. Just wondering, what's your inspiration for making your videos? Real life? The people I talk to, and whatever happens around me, and of course the fact that I tend to argue mostly online, but also offline, with a lot of religious people, and yeah, that's kind of it. The next one. Sheesh, someone asked the man what the background song was. That stuff was epic. Well, I've already answered that. Next one. Since evolution got us to where we are now, are we screwing up humanity with modern medicine? Yes and no. We are, of course, influencing the way evolution will work on us, but not much, I think. And also, well, why does it matter? Are we not happy with the way we are currently, or what? And I mean. And the next one, the next point to notice is that modern medicine is not available to a whole lot of people in the third world, and frankly, I don't see much of a difference between them and people who have access to modern medicine. So I don't see why that would be a problem. But of course, in the long run, it is going to change the direction of our evolution, but we can't control that. I mean, well, we can, but we don't want to, because basically we would end up with a eugenic style society, and I don't think any of us want to be Hitler. So yeah. Next question: favorite philosopher of all times? I would have to go with Aristotle, mostly because I don't know shit about shit when it comes to philosophy. But Aristotle, I believe, is quoted as saying, the only thing I do know is that I don't know anything. And that is just sheer brilliance in every sense of the word. And yeah, so I'll go with Aristotle. Also because he observed that 2,000 fucking years, 2,500 years ago, and that's just sheer brilliance. Next one. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love cats? 12? Probably. Yeah, 12. I'll go with 12. Next one. Have you got any children? No. I may have one day, but so far, no. And, yeah, what's your opinion of Buddhism, Hinduism, Confucianism, and Taoism? Are they religions, etc.? And will you ever make a video about them? Well, I consider them religions, obviously. I don't know a whole lot about them. I think Hinduism is probably the one I know the most about, which is the reason I don't make videos about them, mostly. But, well, yeah, they're religions in the sense that they are dogmatic belief systems, which are like a whole system that tells you these are the things you should believe, and none of that has any, or at most very little, foundation in real life and in reality around us. So yeah, they're religions, and like all religions, they suck in general. So yeah. Yeah, and I think the next one's going to take a lot of time, so I'll just cut it here. Yeah, see you next time. Peace.